Welcome back to American Graduate Day in Studio 6A. I'm Cameron O'Neill from Pflugerville High School, and I'll be your host for the rest of the afternoon. I am joined by my co-host and classmate, Milani Cruz.
Thanks, Cameron. In this next hour, we'll be discussing STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math education. Most education experts consider these topics to be a cornerstone of a good education. The tricky part is combining several of these aspects into a single class. But one project at the Ann Richards School for Young Women Leaders did just that, and in a location you might not expect.
The Ann Richards School for Young Women Leaders encourages project-based learning, like Project Ventura, where 7th grade science and 10th grade engineering students collaborated in a real-life product. Their mission? To give back to their teachers with a solar-powered lounge and garden.
It's a 1977 Airstream, and it came to us completely gutted, so they had to create all of the furniture and the inside and the interior. They interviewed all the teachers and found out what they wanted from their teacher's lounge and what they wanted it to look like. And then they had to build the furniture, and they started doing that with 3D modeling software. So they actually built all the furniture and designed it all on the computers, and then we went forward and actually built everything in the trailer.
By researching renewable energy, they captured the sun that fuels the garden into the Airstream's power strips.
They had to figure out the entire AC-DC conversion system and the inverter and how much power it would supply and what kind of appliances it would provide power to.
With a grant to purchase decomposed granite and rocks, the 7th grade science team installed a patio as part of their garden design. Then, the 10th graders built a porch to extend lounging time outside.
And it gave an opportunity for the 10th graders and 7th graders to interact and the 10th graders to become role models.
You kind of have to cooperate more because you gotta have the same idea on the sketch out and the way things grow and have the layout pretty for everyone. It's kind of harder, but it can be worked out.
It was just a contribution that everybody did, and it was really cool. Like the 10th graders built the trailer, all the classes, would work on, separate parts, and we were all just working as a good community.
The really wonderful thing about having a 6 to 12 school here is that the girls come in loving math and science, and then they see their big sisters do things like this trailer. So it makes it very real world for them that that's where my math and science and my engineering and my art is headed, to real life projects.
To connect with the insect food chain, they avoid pesticides, especially since they planted to support pollinators.
The water would go straight off into our creeks and then into our aquifers. If we don't use pesticides, it'll keep our creeks clean.
Austin Watershed donated most of the native plants along with instruction about water collection and runoff.
We decided to use rainwater because we felt that if we use reusable water, it would be better for our garden.
To turn Bermuda grass into gardens, fellow 7th graders dug it too. All shoveled in real-life science lessons.
I realized that I could teach ecology, I could teach decay of biomass in a compost bin, I could teach photosynthesis, homeostasis, all of these through gardening.
I think it's really cool that we got to learn like this. In a lot of schools you get to learn about, the biology and the anatomy of plants through textbooks and stuff. But I think that was really cool that we got to do hands-on projects to be able to actually build stuff.
I really like to just kind of get my hands dirty and, be able to say I did this and have an accomplishment, and I really like that.
Most importantly, these young makers are learning the most important lesson ever.
We are a maker school. We don't fail, we just redo. And the whole idea is to build that resiliency in our students, that you can fall on your knees, but you can get up, brush them off, and learn how not to fall the next time. So with this whole maker mentality that we have, you're gonna create, and then you're gonna retool, and then you're gonna make, and then you might have to undo to redo after you reflect on how to improve. That's really important in life.
What's key in helping students engage not only in STEAM education, but any subject is enthusiasm, something our next champion has in spades. This student-produced video introduces us to Miss Dojero of Cedar Ridge High School.
Hi, my name is Sarai Vasquez and I go to Cedar Ridge High School. My American Graduate champion is Miss Dojero. She made my high school life so much easier, so much more enjoyable for me. I could come to her for anything, including other subjects. We would try to figure it out together, but it would honestly help me a lot.
I'm kind of a teacher, but I also see myself as like maybe like their weird aunt that is there to motivate them when they're not doing their best and let them know when they're not doing something right and let them know that I expect more from them, but that they can do it and that I care about them, because I do, because all my students are like my kids.
My American champion is Ms. Dojro. To recognize someone in your community, go to klru.org/AmericanGraduate.
That's all the time we have for now. We're going to send it back to New York, and we'll see you in the next half hour.